everyone, it's Charlotte.
Bienvenido al Foodie-Challenges. Soy Alberto Herraiz.
Hi, I'm David, a British chef living in Paris who's been invited to do a few challenges here.
Today it's a really interesting topic. We're doing a battle of the regions of France.
And on this particular challenge was to bring 3 different products from different parts of France together, which wouldn't normally go on the same plate.
Sacré desafío. 3 regiones en una batalla para unificar un plato. ¿Qué hacer con estos 3 ingredientes? El bœuf charolais, anchoas al aceite de couillure y pimiento de espelete. Montaña, mar, tradición, sur, diríamos que es un mar y montaña. Pues he pensado hacer un arroz al estilo paella, pero con una altura de un grano de arroz. Y la carne va a ir después con un poquito de apertura para complementar. Pero digamos que lo importante va a ser el gusto que va a dar estos 3 elementos y que es el arroz el que lo va a atrapar. Ahí está la receta en el arroz.
So what I've been given today are oysters from the Atlantic Ocean over on the west side of France. And then I have this beautiful Reblochon-Käse, which is a cheese from the Savoie region in the mountains on the eastern side of France. And for those who don't know Reblochon, it's a very heavy cheese. It's not something that can be hidden very well, even though that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And then I have this cider from Normandy for freshness. So when I saw the ingredients, I thought, okay, cider and oysters, I can do something with that. What am I going to do with this cheese? It's going to be such a big, powerful thing. The inspiration that I've taken for this recipe is an oyster pancake that comes from the southern region of China. I hope that what I'm going to do today is going to work out.
This is definitely my favourite of the Foodies challenges that I've been set. This is the one I wanted to do. So we've got this beautiful pork from the southwest, the walnuts coming from Grenoble, which is like near the mountainous regions, the Alps and that. And we've got this brie coming from Meaux, like very classic, but like super, super delicious. And I couldn't do pork without putting my British touch, which is the apple sauce. It's a bit weird. French haven't really taken to it as much as us Brits, but that's what we're going to do. And so that's my mindset. Put all of this into a sandwich and just get going. It's going to be messy. You don't need it on date night. It's just going to go everywhere. The meat, the juices, like the brie. It's going to be amazing. So, man, I'm hungry. Let's go.
Y aquí tenemos el bœuf charolais. Nosotros vamos a intentar introducir dentro del bœuf algunas anchoas, que va a dar el punto de sal y sobre todo le va a dar el gusto típico de la anchoa. No está fácil, pero con esta aguja de mechar, otra pueden intentarlo despacito. Pues tenemos ya nuestra carne mechada. Vamos a cocer con un poquito de mantequilla. Es un momento muy importante de la receta porque todo lo que resta aquí va a terminar en el arroz. Y eso va a dar el gusto. Vamos a cubrir.
So this is a really straightforward and easy recipe. It's going to be something that can be done easily at home. We're going to put these beautiful oysters in with the oyster water as well. That is delicious. It tastes of the sea. And then I'm going to put my cornstarch and my potato starch in. This is the base of this pancake. Normally one would use water, but for the cider part of the challenge, I'm using cider to bind it all together. We're going to crack one of the eggs directly in. If you're a Chinese chef, and even if you're not a French chef, reblochon is not going to be a usual ingredient at all. Having grown up in China and England, I definitely didn't know what reblochon was until I came to France. And I immediately love it. To have been asked to put it into a recipe like this was certainly an unusual task, let's say.
So, no messing about. This is a really, really simple recipe, and we're going to do it in like, 15 minutes at home. Get the nuts, and we're going to pop them in the oven, 180 degrees, 8 minutes. Whilst that's going, very British apple sauce. apple, salt, butter. It's literally all we're going to use. And that's all we do for the apple sauce. There's nothing fancy about this, and that's what makes it so nice. Yeah, so we get the pork in now. All the juices are flowing, and we're going to leave that and just get some really, really nice colour on it. And when we do flip it, I'm going to pop it in the oven. And so now, just a waiting game. We're going to make sure our apple sauce is good, pork's going, nuts are cooking away, and we're going to try not to eat the brie while we're waiting. That's it.
Vamos a poner 160 gramos de arroz bomba y lo vamos a freír. Entonces este tipo de desafío me encanta porque soy yo mismo, en realidad es lo que siempre he estado haciendo durante estos 25 años. Malgré mi acento francés, sigo siendo un parisino español. El trabajo del cocinero es saber mezclar y saber compaginar. Los productos de IPG tienen todos una denominación, una historia, una manera de trabajarlos, que no forzosamente se tienen que quedar ahí, pueden viajar, mezclarse, y nuestro trabajo es saber interpretar platos nuevos, platos reinventados y platos actualizados de las recetas antiguas. Yo pienso que la batalla de las regiones debería ser la paz de las regiones, trabajando juntos para crear nuevas combinaciones sin dañar las recetas históricas, pero haciéndolas evolucionar respecto a nuestros tiempos de cocción y sobre todo poner el corazón del sentimiento de cada producto y de cada productor. Pienso que hay que respetar siempre el producto y el productor. El trabajo que han hecho merece la pena ser respetado por nosotros los cocineros. Es el oficio de poner en valor y resaltar lo que han hecho antes de nosotros las personas que nos hacen llegar el producto. Y al lado tenemos nuestro ultrafino de buey charolais, anchoas de Coyur y Stellt. Espero que esta receta les haya gustado y que mis compañeros hayan conseguido hacer la receta también.
For me, I am someone who loves using ingredients from different parts of the world. It's very important to me because of my mixed race background. I also believe that when you go somewhere, you have to really learn about the local cuisine, which is what I'm trying to do here in France. That is why I find this video series really interesting, because it's permitted me to look at all of these wonderful products from France and try to challenge myself to create something really interesting. As much as I think that it's important to shop locally and buy what you can, I also think it's really important to highlight the wonderful produce that is available around the world if you can get to them in an easy and sustainable way. And that's it. I definitely smell the Reblochon already. It's such a strong cheese, it's going to give it this really heady flavour. I hope it's worked with the oysters. So let's taste it and see.
So we're going to turn the pork over. Getting that lovely colour on there now. We're going to take the nuts out at the same time. Got lucky there, just about to turn. Right, so while we're waiting, let's get the brie and the rolls ready. That's just going to melt everywhere. It's going to be messy and gooey. Proper food. Back to the apple sauce. There we go. It's cooking away and you can see it's starting to break down already. Now get these nuts grated on there. Oh man, they're going to be so nice. I reckon the pork's about good, so let's get that out. Let's get the buns in, let the brie melt and just do its magic. Keep the pork at the top and just keep spooning that butter. At the last moment, let's get the brie. So the bun has started to toast, which is great, it's fine. So we've got the apple sauce. And this. So I was told when I first moved to France that every time I ate, I put it into a sandwich. Didn't realise this. I'd buy a baguette and put whatever I was eating into a sandwich. And that's when I realised sandwiches are really a British thing. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. That's just full of cheese going absolutely everywhere. And just looking at it, I mean, great ingredients, keep it simple. I'm starving. It's been a long day. Let's eat.
Vamos a degustar. Viene enseguida el sabor de la carne y posteriormente al final se nota la anchoa, muy delicada. Y es curioso cómo se complementan perfectamente la anchoa y el buey, que son cosas tan diferentes y aquí están tan próximas, muy especiales.
So here we go. The Reblochon, and I'm going to take some of, you can see the creaminess of the cheese here, just so I have a bit of everything. It's really interesting because you get that heady unctuousness of the cheese first, and then the iodized saltiness of the oysters really cuts through that at the back. It does kind of work in a mad way. It's something unique that I've made, and I'm really quite pleased with how it turned out.
This is the moment. We've waited for this all day. Oh, it's so gooey. It's just going to go everywhere. That's what I want to be eating. None of that fancy stuff. Oh, look at that pork back in there. This is not going to be pretty. Wow. The apple, the brie, the walnuts have really come through. If anything, I could have even more in there. And that pork is just so succulent. Like, the absolute winner. And like a burger, you shouldn't ever put a burger down when you start eating. So, I'm gonna have another bite. So here we are at the end of the Foodies challenge. The pork sandwich with the brie, the nuts, and the apple sauce is complete. Absolutely delightful.
If you want to try this recipe as well, just have a go at this crazy concoction with all of these wonderful products from different parts of France. You can find my recipe and the other recipes of the challenge on Taste France magazine, tastefrance.com.
Thanks again for joining us, and yeah, let's see what you make at home. Thank you.